here. And the way it works, potential for multiple super overs in case there is a tie. So USA have elected to go, it looks like, with Andries House and Shaihan Jahangir. And the way it works, the team that is fielding, they stay out there. So USA will bat again. And then there will be a number 3. The interval between the super, only 5 minutes. They will bat these 6 balls, and then the 2 sides will switch over. And then Nepal will come out with their 3 batters. If there are 2 wickets, the super over will be ended short of the 6 balls. And whatever they get, Nepal will have to try and get past. And interestingly, having bowled the final over, the 20th and final, Nepal are going to stick with their man, Sampal Kami, again. And they can also choose which end it is bowled from. So obviously Nepal, with the 2 right-handers at the crease walking out, they're going to go with this same end of the ground.
I disagree with sending Shaihan Jahangir in. If you remember back to the super over that USA had against Pakistan, they had Harmeet Singh in there with Aaron Jones. And a big reason why was because they wanted a left-right combo. If they put in Harmeet Singh with Andries House here, you have a left-hand, right-hand combo, and that helps negate the short side, long side boundary discrepancy. Nepal is facing 2 right-handers here, so they've set the field to bowl to that long side boundary where they got extra protection. It's a lot tougher to score boundaries on that side. If you have a left-hander in there and Harmeet Singh, that neutralizes that in a big way for Nepal. I don't agree with this strategy going into the Super Bowl for USA, and I wonder, is Harmeet Singh going to be the 3rd guy should one of these 2 get out?
Well, here we go. Sampal Kami will bowl to Shaihan Jahangir. We'll get those graphics corrected. We've got House on strike in them, but it's a single to start with, as Anil Sad is the fielding. Remarkably, Peter, this isn't the first tie between these 2 sides, and it's not even the first tie between these 2 sides in Texas, because 2 years ago, you and I were both there in June in Pearland at the Moosa Stadium. It was 2-7-4, played 2-7-4. Tonight, that was in an ODI. That ended up as a tie. There was no super over. We're going to have a victor either way, even if it's going to take multiple super overs.
Well, this is your first super over. First tied match between these 2 sides.
Hit away into the leg side. That's a good result for Nepal. Only a single. Dipender Singh Ari, the fielder.
I seem to remember you were a little bit under the weather on that tied match. It was me and Ahmed Patel who were on the call that day, Lenny.
They were COVID times, Peter. The less said about them, the better.
I'm glad you're 100% for this occasion, Lenny. But the fans who are here tonight, they're catching cricket fever in a big way, Lenny. Yeah. I wonder if all those people leaving the Kevin Hart show, they might want an encore in Grand Prairie Stadium.
Fill it up. They're loving every second. 2 off, 2 balls. Our graphics just a tiny bit incorrect. Bowls him straight through. And listen to that roar. Sampal Kami is holding his nerve at the death. And Nepal are sensing a win for the ages, pulling it out of the fire. USA in real trouble halfway through this super over.
Well, again, I disagree.
Rupees 760 a year. Get coverage up to 5.3 lakhs. Download the eSewa app and secure your future today.
Over.
Well, quite remarkable. What a feast and a treat we've been given here on a Saturday night in Texas. An atmosphere that's quite unforgettable, as Aaron Jones is the one who's chosen to walk to the crease. A chance at redemption for him after what was an LBW decision that he clearly didn't agree with.
Well, I said earlier the candles were blown out by Sampal Kami. Is Sampal going to kick the candles over now?
On his 30th birthday, Aaron Jones has 3 balls to work with. And he heaves it into the leg side. Dipender Singh is out there! USA in the super over. They have only 2 on the board. And Sampal Kami is the hero for Nepal. Surely they're going to go 2-0 up in this series now.
Well, he didn't just kick the candles over. He stomped on them. Not a birthday to remember for Aaron Jones. Sampal Kami, the party pooper for Aaron Jones and the home side here. What bowling by the veteran. He tried to clear that huge boundary, and again, this is why I feel like they should have had Harmeet Singh in there. Having the right-handers try and clear that huge 82-yard boundary is just asking for trouble. If they get a left-hander in there and Harmeet Singh, I don't think they would have had such a calamity in this super over.
What an extraordinary turnaround and turn of events. With 6 balls left, USA only needed 7. Sampal Kami's bowled the next 9, including the super over. He's only conceded 8 runs and he's picked up 3 wickets. Exceptional bowling from one of Nepal's very best. And with all those concerns and worries over their death bowling, it feels like Nepal are on the precipice of doing something incredibly special here, beating a fine American side on their home soil in this inaugural Stake Stars and Summits trophy. The super over ends with those 2 wickets. USA have only 2 to defend.
Well, and if you recall the super over that USA bowled against Pakistan, Sarbnesh Avolkar bowled it because he had plenty of runs to defend. In this situation, I feel like you got to go with Ali Khan. You need somebody who could blast out the stumps. Sarbnesh.
जितौं 10 लाखको उपहार यसपालिको चाडबाडमा स्क्रैच कार्ड मार्फत जित्नुहोस् 10 लाखसम्मको नगद उपहार साथै चुज योर स्किमबाट छान्नुहोस् रु 10,000 सम्मको थप स्क्रैच कार्ड वा 12,500 बराबरको 5 वर्ष एएमसी प्याकेज वा 7 वर्षसम्म बाई वन गेट वन सर्भिसिङ फ्री अनि बिग बाइक्समा 1 लाखसम्मको डिस्काउन्ट र यो स्किम होन्डा इजी फाइनान्समा पनि लागू हुनेछ।
पैसा पठाऊ ठाउँको ठाउँ फोन पे डाइरेक्ट नगद छोडाऊ फोन।
We're going to see if we can bring you those 2 wickets from the super over. Here is the second one of them. Is it rather fitting, Peter, that Dipender Singh Airi it was on the final ball in regulation time who affected the run out, and then he also took the catch. Here's the 2 wickets back to back. That was the first one, a little feather of an outside edge, and then fittingly Dipender Singh Airi in the deep doing what he does yet again.
Well, he's making a strong play for player of the series here, Lenny. Player of the match yesterday, and he's been a magnet for the ball here at the tail end of this match. Ran in for the run out to end regulation, and now cements the second wicket of the super over with that catch at deep mid wicket again. And Sampal Kami, you can't wipe the smile off his face.
Well, Peter, if you know Sampal Kami and Karen Casey, they are thick as thieves. They are the best of pals. They do everything together, and they have been the most remarkable servants for their nation. They very rarely don't have a smile on their face, and at times they've come in for a lot of criticism from the Nepal fans because they have had their problems at the death. But against a much vaunted USA side, we heard Rohit Paudel talk at the toss about this is an American team that have beaten Pakistan, that have beaten Bangladesh. They're acutely aware of how good USA